The airport was louder than usual that evening, but it wasn't because of flights. It was because of him. Stjepan Hauser stepped through the glass doors, holding his cello case, unaware of what was waiting. At first, he noticed only a few people whispering. Then more faces turned. Phones rose into the air. Smiles appeared everywhere. "Hauser, it's Hauser," someone said softly. Within seconds, the quiet airport transformed into something magical. Fans gathered carefully around him, not pushing, not shouting, just watching with admiration. Some had tears in their eyes. Others held their breath, afraid to break the moment. Hauser paused. He had walked through hundreds of airports in his life, but this felt different. This felt personal. A young girl stepped forward, holding a small paper. Her hands trembled as she gave it to him. On it was written, "Your music gave me hope when I had none." Hauser looked at her, his heart heavy with emotion. He knelt gently to her level. "Thank you," he whispered. Suddenly, someone from the crowd spoke. "Will you play for us?" Hauser hesitated. This wasn't a concert hall. This wasn't planned. But something inside him said yes. He slowly opened his cello case. The airport fell silent. Travelers stopped walking. Airport staff froze. Even time seemed to pause. The first note rose into the air, soft and pure. It echoed through the terminal, filling every corner with emotion. People closed their eyes. Some cried. Some smiled. For a moment, the airport wasn't a place of departures and arrivals. It was a place of connection. When he finished, silence remained for one heartbeat. Then applause filled the air. Hauser smiled, not as a star, but as a man grateful for the love that followed him everywhere. The applause continued to echo. Through the terminal long after. Stjepan Hauser lowered his bow. People who had never met each other were now united by one moment. Strangers smiled, wiped their tears, and looked at him with gratitude. Hauser took a deep breath, overwhelmed by the emotion around him. He noticed an elderly man standing near the back of the crowd. The man wasn't clapping. He was simply watching, his eyes filled with memories. Slowly, the man stepped forward. "I listened to your music," he said in a trembling voice, "when my wife was in the hospital. She passed away last year, but your music gave us peace in her final days." Hauser felt his chest tighten. He didn't know what to say. No words could ever be enough. Instead, he placed his hand gently on the man's shoulder. "Thank you for sharing that with me," he said softly. Nearby, airport staff had stopped working completely. Pilots stood beside passengers. Flight attendants watched quietly. For once, nobody was in a hurry. A little boy walked up to Hauser, looking at the cello with wide, curious eyes. "Is it heavy?" The boy asked. Hauser smiled warmly. "Sometimes," he said, "but the feelings it carries are heavier." The boy nodded, as if he understood something deeper. Soon, an announcement echoed through the airport. Hauser's flight was boarding. He looked at the crowd one last time. These weren't just fans. They were stories. They were lives touched by his music. He raised his hand and waved gently. As he walked away, he realized something important. The greatest stage in the world wasn't always a concert hall. Sometimes, it was simply wherever people needed hope the most.